Hello, my name is John Martindale, and I'm here reporting from the White House in Washington, D.C. Though what I will be sharing will most likely not be pertaining to politics, because I'm not here to divide, I'm not here to separate, I am not here to be partisan, I am here to share ideas. I am going to be responding to a series of questions. First question is Autumn's. Autumn asks, if I was on a desert island, what series would I bring with me? Possibly, it would be The Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. Because they're great stories, and there's a lot of deep stuff in there. But I might rather go for Alvin Plantinga's Warrant trilogy. He's a philosopher, and in the Warrant series there's things about, warrant and proper function, all this really crazy, cool, philosophical stuff. And they're massive books, and if I was on a desert island, I could actually have the time to master them.
Now for a quick cautionary note to the man who is thirsty. Robinson Crusoe is horrible. It's so bad that if you took that book to a desert island, most likely you'd want to feed yourself to the sharks.
I'm now sitting in front of the least ghetto Red Cross building in America. It is good to know where my donations to the Red Cross have gone. Now for Beth's question. Where would I go if I had to stay there for the rest of my life? I'm not sure if that's exactly how it was worded, but yeah, there would need to be mountains. I really like the Alps, though I haven't seen them in person. And there would also need to be a super Walmart nearby. And there would also need to be lots of good friends who like to talk about anything and everything for hours on end, and who have lots of time so they aren't always too busy to hang out with me and talk with me. And does such a place exist? I have no idea. But if it does, then that's where I would want to be for the rest of my life.
Christian, as far as your question, I would say it would have to be Blind Guardian's Night at the Opera. It is perfection, absolute perfection, as good as it gets. But they aren't really in the realm of pop culture. Therefore, I am just going to say A Boy Named Goo by the Goo Goo Dolls. Their first two albums were really poorly done, punk rock. But A Boy Named Goo was this amazing rock album I listened to it all the way through probably hundreds of times. And then they sold out. It became popular, and everything since then has pretty much stunk in my opinion.
I am now standing at the feet of Abraham Lincoln. You know, he had a really cool beard. From things I've been hearing about him lately, I'm wondering if he might have been the worst president I've ever had. But that would be a very controversial subject, and I'm not going to get into that. Now for Dan's question. Favorite animal that I would want? Does a fish count? I hope a fish counts, because I would want a lionfish, because they are amazing. Their colors, their design, they mesmerize me. I can just stare at one for hours. That's what I would want. My question. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
So since we all know that a wood would chuck however much wood a woodchuck would want to chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood, I'm going to ask a different question. So that question is going to be, what is something really embarrassing you did as a kid? Or like a way you've changed? As far as me, when I was a kid, my ambition in life, my biggest goal was to get fat. So I managed to succeed at that goal, and I would go up to strangers and ask them to guess how much I weighed, and then full of pride tell them my weight. And eventually I got old enough and I found out it wasn't cool to be fat.